and will be persuaded
Hey
to vote
there.
for a candidate that we do
Welcome.
not know that we are being persuaded to vote
To
for.
Tea in Space.
Rather alarming nature that you're being
My name's
persuaded
Tom,
below the
and
level of thought and reason.
we're in
In
space.
regard to advertising, which you mentioned just a little ago.
Hello,
in your writing,
Instagram,
particularly in any
live,
freedom,
and
you attack
YouTube,
Madison
live.
Avenue, which controls most of our television and radio,
Hello,
advertising,
G11 stock
newspaper advertising,
footage.
and so forth.
Not
Why do
knowing
you
where you're going to go
consistently
yet.
attack the advertising
Well,
agencies?
no, I think
Welcome
that,
to Tea in Space.
advertisement plays a very necessary role, but the danger, it seems to me, in a democracy is this.
Today we're talking
What
about
does a democracy
slavery.
depend on? A democracy depends on the individual voter making an intelligent and rational
Conformity.
choice for what he regards as his enlightened self-interest.
And whatever it is, the hell that we fucking got ourselves into now.
Both for their particular purposes, for selling goods.
I'll try to speak
and the
English,
pictorial, propagandists of
but
the
it would seem that no matter what comes out of my mouth,
rational side of man, and to appeal directly to these
not many people
unconscious
understand
forces for that
anyways.
purpose, so that you are,
So,
in a way,
what's the
making
fucking point?
nonsense of the
Why
whole
are we
democratic procedure, which is based on conscious choice
Tea in
on
Space?
rational grounds.
Of course, well, maybe you have just answered this next question, because in your essay you write about television commercials,
Adolf Huxley
political commercials, but television commercials as such.
and
How, as you put it, today's children
Walter
walk around
Cronkite,
singing
I
beer
believe.
commercials and toothpaste commercials, and then you
Interview
link
from
this
way back
phenomenon in
when.
some way with the dangers of a dictatorship. Now, could you spell out the connection, or how do you feel that you have done so sufficiently?
Well, I mean, here, this whole question of children, I think, is a terribly
Huxley.
important one.
Mike Wallace
Children are quite clearly
is
much more
interviewing.
suggestible than the
1958.
And again, suppose
Talking about propaganda,
that for one
dictatorships,
reason or another, all the
slavery,
propaganda was in the
and
hands
are we
of
really
one or
free?
very few agencies. You would
history
have
repeating
an
itself.
extraordinarily powerful force playing on these
I'm
children
suggesting.
who are going to grow up and be adults quite soon. I do think that this is not an immediate threat.
So,
but it
here we
remains
are
a
in
possible
space.
threat, and
You said something to the effect in your essay that the
Anything
children in
goes
Europe
in
used to be
space,
called cannons
and,
for their here in the United States,
hey,
they are
Frankie,
television and radio
thanks for the logo.
well,
That's
as
awesome.
surely you can read in the
I put it up on my Instagram. I don't know how to use it.
Political accounts of how necessary it is.
All my editing equipment
Because then they will be loyal
and software
buyers
programs
later on.
are gone
But,
because I
again,
updated my
you must
operating
translate it
system,
into
and now I don't have
political terms.
GarageBand or
They have a loyal
iMovie.
ideology
So I
bias
gave up on all
when
that
they're
shit,
grown up.
and
We
I'm
hear
just
so
going
much
with
about
stock footage
brainwashing as used by the
and
communists.
live footage.
Do you see any brainwashing other than that, which we've just been talking about, that is used here in the United States?
So are we
Other
good with
forms
all
of
this brainwashing that's
Not in the form
happening
that
currently? Like, it's been happening for a long time, but like, are we good with it now?
Essentially, the application of
Are we good with
propaganda
the
methods
office of the
violent
Prime
kinds
Minister of
individuals,
Canada
not shotgun method like this.
bending you over and giving it to you from behind without your consent? Like, you might be into that kind of thing, but like if you didn't consent to it, that's rape, you know? So is our government raping us? Is that what's happening? Because it really actually feels like it, that I have been. I'm not trying to take away anything from rape. Rape is a very serious crime that should never be
The question, of course,
instituted on anybody else, anybody, for any reason. To do anything towards someone without their fucking consent is fucking wrong, right? Okay, government.
Why is it that the right people will not?
What the fuck are you doing for me? Or
Why is it
us?
that the wrong people will use these various devices?
Because it's quite apparent that there's an inequality that cannot be justified. So if this is what's going to happen, and it's going to get continually worse under your watch,
democracy is a base,
then we'll take over from here.
Extremely important not to
Thanks
let any one man or any one
for your service, but we don't require it anymore. Fuck off.
Accept devices for limiting power. And
I think.
All these new devices are.
Do we start from scratch, like completely, like?
For the imposition of power by small groups of,
do we even go back to the Constitution that we used to have hanging in our school hallways? Does that even fucking matter? Where are these things? What? I have a right to go with no shoes on my feet. Like, the Constitution allows me to do this, but it would seem that I can't even get a fucking library card without fucking shoes. What the hell?
You put the question. Now here's your chance to answer it, Mr. Huxley.
Well, this is obviously,
do we really need fucking money
I think it's
to have a voice?
Insist on individual values. I mean, what is there is a tendency,
like, who's going into these positions of power over others?
There's a very interesting, valuable book, I think.
Business people?
Speaks about the new type
well, we know how business is being fucking run, so do we want our country run like that too? Holy fuck.
Somehow more important than the individual. But this,
like, give your head a shake. If you're fucking not thinking about these things, like, understand it. It affects everybody. And if you're not thinking about it, you're getting fucked over.
The whole idea of the value of freedom.
I don't work anymore.
And I think it's
there's no reason.
For us to stress this in all our education.
My value in my own hometown has gone down drastically. It definitely hasn't gone up with inflation.
Into which they're always being led, to analyze.
Who are the people with the money right now? That would be an interesting thing to look at. Well, off the top of my head, in my town, who has it? Established businesses, old money, accountants, banks, veterinarians, doctors, lawyers. What the fuck, insurance? Why do we need any of you? We'll take it from here. Thank you for your service all this time. You've helped me no way if you helped me at all. You have not helped me.
With a group which he can manage and understand, and if one can, as Jefferson after all suggested, break up the units into smaller and smaller.
Let's bring it in a little bit, guys. Come on, I feel like things got a little serious. And I really didn't mean to bring down the crowd. I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, sure, I've lost all, friends, family, relationships of any kind. Sure, sacrifice has been great. But fuck, why would I want to be in a fucking relationship when there's only judgment and entitlement and fucking the need to be right all the time, and there's no honesty, and there's like very little compassion and understanding and listening. Nobody fucking listens, so fuck you. Family. I'll find another family. It's easy.
Mr. Huxley, let me ask you this. Quite seriously.
We're all in this to fucking gather, right?
As far as I'm concerned, it is. Yes.
All right, Tom, take it down a notch. You don't want to lose everybody here. Fine, you're right, I don't. Like, what good would it be if nobody listened, right? So how do I put it in another way that's not so offensive, just like to everybody? What can I do? How do I, should I be a different person? Do I have to be all things to all men to get my point? Then no one knows who I am. Does anybody know who I am?
The country which is in the stance of our opponent anyway, it would seem to be there.
Sister?
Soviet Russia. It is strong.
Mother?
And getting stronger.
Father, friend, do you know who I am?
Art forms,
You don't even fucking know who you are.
It seems not
right?
necessarily to
so let's not know so much, and let's start from scratch, shall we?
Not a free society.
So don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to your own fucking heart. The answers are all inside of us. We just gotta make the connections again. I think.
Provided that they don't poke their noses into political affairs, these people
is it possible?
A great deal of prestige,
let me put this on the table.
Amount of freedom and a lot of money.
Is it possible that I, Tom Cowles, know slightly more than you do in certain subjects? Is it possible that I might know something you don't know?
With an oligarchy on top, enjoying.
Well, I feel that that's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, because like I know a lot of stuff. Well, fuck you. You don't know everything, right?
Can long endure.
I think it can certainly endure much longer than the situation in which
I'll concede that you know something that I don't, and that you can help me out with. That you've thought long and hard, or you've studied it, or you've done it over a long period of time, so you know, right? That thing.
The possibility of the establishment of that kind of a society.
Is it possible that I might know something about truth?
Well, yes, but I must say I still believe.
Well, that's you can't know about the truth. What is the truth? Let's fucking talk about it then.
People on top, plus those of the people on the bottom, so much the better.
Tom, get off your fucking high horse. You're not all that in a bag of chips. You're fucking right. I know I'm not. I'm more. So are you. So fuck off with your. Always trying to put me in a fucking box. You know what? If I wanted to live in a hole, I'd dig my own hole. I know how to dig fucking holes. Are we fucking free? Is this the free world that we're living in right now?
Saying the same thing about us. Stay tuned for a preview of next week's interview.
Do you really fucking think you're free?
Good night.
Good night, everybody. And good day. Because it's all happening at the same fucking time. I'll meet you in the middle somewhere.